Okay, it's 6 o'clock, so I am going to be the engineer tonight. Ann has had back surgery and she's in recovery and was not able to make it, so I'm gonna substitute in her place. So if you all will be patient with me, we will try to get through the agenda and get y'all out of here in a timely manner. So with that said, I will call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum of 3 of us at the present time. So if you all would look at the minutes, and if we have no corrections on the minutes, then I'll accept a. Okay. Second. All right, you're good. Okay, next on our agenda is oath of office for Dr. Antwi, and we have Mayor Russell Humphrey here tonight to conduct the swearing-in ceremony for Dr. Antwi. We appreciate you coming, and thank you for doing this very much.
My pleasure.
Okay. So with that, if you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started.
Is there a dedicated place where you're going?
I think they would like you in front of the flags, right?
At this time, I'm going to administer the oath of office to Dr. Stephen Antwine. If you would, please repeat after me and insert your name under the place where it says, I'm going to say, state your name. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, I state your name.
Stephen Antwi,
Do solemnly swear or affirm that I have faithfully executed the duties of this office of
manager
for the state of Texas and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of the state of Texas. So help me God.
I will.
Move on to the statement of office. About the same way. I state your name.
Stephen Antwi,
Do solemnly swear or affirm that I have not directly or indirectly paid, offered, or promised to pay, contribute, or promised to contribute any money and or things of value, promised any public office or employment for the giving or withholding of a vote at the election of which I was elected, or as a reward to secure my appointment or confirmation, whichever the case may be, so help me God. Do you affirm?
Yep.
All right. Now, at this time, I'd like to turn it back over to the board after the administrations of the oath and the statement of office.
Thank you, man, appreciate that. Okay, moving on to number 4, comments from the public.
So I just wanted to give a brief reminder, after what we witnessed last month, that public comment is a time for elected officials to listen to what the public has to say. It is not a debate, it is not a rebuttal, it is not a discussion. I appreciate that with small boards there can be some back and forth, but there is not a time when elected officials should be interrupting the public during their very limited time that they're gonna talk to you guys. There is absolutely never a time when staff should interrupt and make snarky comments to the public. So, my gentle reminder to you guys, if you go back and read your TOMA handbook, it actually advises you against trying to participate with public comment. Second item, that sign-in sheet. Why are we doing that? I can walk into any city council meeting, commissioner's court, any courtroom in this county, and don't need to sign in. Again, I don't need an answer, but I think you guys should look at that. It smacks of an intimidation tactic, and it shouldn't be happening. The public is entitled to come without you guys trying. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for your comment. Okay, do we like to speak? Okay, very good. With that having been taken care of, we'll move to the comments and reports from the Huntsville Community Hospital Corporation Administration.
So thanks. February was a very busy month with the health system, the hospital. Emergency department was very busy. Saw about 65 patients a day, which is up about 3 patients a day. Quite a busy day. We hit 80 on several days, which is a lot. Hospital itself hit 100 at least once during the month as well. So February was a very busy month. Surgeries were good. We're still excited to have Dr. Pepper join us, OBGYN. Was able to meet with him last Friday, just get an update of where we are with his progress. He's excited to be here in Walker County. Dr. Brown will be joining us next week officially. She'll be here this week. She is a family medicine OB, so we're excited to have her. She's female, so we're excited to have her as part of the Walker County team at HMH. Doctor's Day is later this week. We just want to say on behalf of the administration team, just a thank you to all the doctors, 250 plus that are credentialed with HMH. We have about 100 on active staff that we see on a daily basis, and we're grateful for our physicians that would not be able to provide the health care in Walker County without the great physicians that we have. So see a doctor this week or weekend. Happy Doctor's Day, so we're excited about that. Continue to meet. It's going on, just finished 2 months here. Continue to meet as much as I can with different groups, chamber, economic, different employers in town, just to understand the needs and where we can collaborate and do things for our community. Paul's gonna give some stats and even a couple project updates.
So February is our 8th month of the year, because we're at a 6:30 year end. So I'll give you some just statistics through our first 8 months. Admissions were 8% higher than we were a year ago. So we continue to talk about how much we've grown, but we also hit a capacity. But when we look at the overall admissions, we're 8% higher than last year. Total patient days, which again, that's looking at what we had in-house, we're up almost 8% on that, so they correlate well. Which does 2 things. We're doing a good job managing our length of stay. We only have a maximum number of beds, so the only way we can add more volume is if we can continue to turn the beds by appropriately discharging patients. We looked at surgeries, same thing. We are about 5% below with the surgeries. We've also had changes in surgery schedules. We've had changes in surgical availabilities, but still we're moving in the right direction for that. Even with having Dr. McDermott, our one and only OB-GYN for the longest time, we're still right on our target when it comes to births. So he has stayed very busy. We already alluded to ED. We're up almost 5% in volume. 65 patients a day compared to 59 a day a year ago. And we continue to find ways to make sure that we're taking care of the patients with that. And then the clinics. We continue to try to grow our clinic business, and that's between not the RHC, but the specialty clinics. So statistically, we've done well across all of our focused areas. And then along with that, we're just trying to make sure that we're maintaining, being fiduciary with our spending, so that we at least show a little bit of profit.
Good, thank you.
Just some updates on projects. So we are wrapping up 2 projects. Hopefully they will be both completed by the time we meet here again. It is the lab chemistry analyzer project. That should be completed by next week. And then our CT replacement, that should be around April 17th is the forecast for that one. And we are in the middle of 2 larger projects, one of those being a new hemodynamic system for the cath lab, changing out all the patient monitors there, as well as the cath lab hemodynamic system itself, and then the patient telemetry and patient monitoring system throughout the entire hospital, getting off of the old GE system and moving to a MindRay system. That process is expected to complete at the end of June. So we hopefully will have great news about that secure and stable platform that offers us some new bells and whistles out there as well. So that's the project up there. Oh, and I would like, as part of that update, to tell you who's going to help with so many of these projects is our new Director of Facilities Management, Robert Cole, who has started this week, or actually last week. And we're thrilled to have him on the team.
Great. Good to hear, Robert. Thank you. Okay. Any questions from you? All right, we'll have a review and consider approving the monthly financial reports, and I think, Andreas, you're gonna do it for us.
Yes. We're gonna start at the very top with revenues. We have the tax, revenue current for February is 2.9 million. And then we have the HMH fees for 200,000. And then we have our interest, 64,480, which brings our total, there's a lot of items, that I didn't go over, but I did go over the very large amounts. So that brings total revenues to 3.1 million. And then I'm gonna go over the expenditures. We're gonna start with the biggest expenditure here, HMH, the indigent care of 506,000. And then, which brings a total of expenditures to 537,437 with 32 cents.
Okay, and the indigent care had to do with the IGT?
That is correct.
Right, okay. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Very straightforward.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to accept.
I move we accept it. Second.
Okay, then, next we'll review and consider approving the payment of the monthly bills. Darius, I think that's you again.
So we have the largest monthly bill, so we have a lot of small Adobe, Amazon, I don't think you want me to go over all of them, but I will go over the, Texas, controller for about 506,000. And then we also have the Walker County Appraisal District tax of 14,941, brings the total monthly bills to 534,323 with 7 cents.
Anybody have any questions? None? Okay, very good. Okay, and then, next, we're going to approve the new bank signature cards for all of the board members and also for the administration to be able to review accounts. So we just need to have a motion to approve, and then you'll take care of all that.
Yes,
Okay, so we'll have a signature card.
yeah, next month, when we go to minutes and we have the calls and stuff.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Okay, we need a motion to approve that, and then Kelly is going to see that, we get all that information and have it ready for next month.
Okay. I move we do.
Okay,
Second.
okay, motion accepted. Okay. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of community education. That's gonna be part of our report for tonight. And, I had met with Ian, last week, and we looked at the, capital improvements that we've made for the last 5 years, if I'm not correct, Ian, from 2022 through 26. And, we have had, in the last 4 years, not counting this year yet, approved a total of $4,966,707.12. And that included an AC, a chapel AC, radiology AC was replaced, IT AC, lobby AC unit, and the pharmacy clean room. And that was all done in 22, 23. Right? You're with me on that. Oh, maybe I want to be sure I'm with you on it. Okay. Then we had some other items that were approved for 24. Radiology X-ray, number 2 was replaced. the steam boiler, light windsock, outdoor light poles, control air compressor, the helipad lights, dialysis boxes for there were some dialysis box additions, the pipe valve replacements, and ICU, CCU, AC was replaced. The ER ambulance bay door was that replaced?
Yep,
Had
had to be
replaced,
replaced.
okay. IMU construction and opening. Generator part replacements or surgical lights. Condenser and evaporation units for walk-in freezer and coolers, the air handlers, and kitchen dishwasher. And then you talked about the ER roof, I think that's been finished, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we do have some items that we have approved but have not been completed yet. And what we have paid reimbursement up to this point for the last 4 years, out of the $4,966,707, we have reimbursed the hospital with their receipts for $3,430,447. So with that, we're trying to see that we get the improvements that we need for the hospital and for the patients to be more comfortable when they come in. And we appreciate all the work that they've been doing on that, and we're looking forward then to completing the reimbursements for the completed task when they get done, and then seeing what we have coming up for the next fiscal year. Any additional comments on that?
One of the major items on there was the elevators.
That's right.
The
Forgot
one
about
very
the elevators.
first,
Yeah,
yeah.
we replaced all 4 elevators. Yeah, okay. And then, I have a comment. This is regarding conflicts of interest. There have been false statements made by some individuals in the community that doctors cannot or should not serve on this board because of alleged conflicts of interest. These individuals have misapplied and misquoted Texas law. They claim certain statutes that apply to state employees also apply to district officials when they actually don't. They sought to sow discord and distrust within our community. In reviewing the structure and relationship of the district, the hospital operator, which is CHC, and the physicians networks that employ the doctors, our legal counsel has advised us that Dr. Montgomery and Dr. Antwi are qualified and capable of serving on the district's board under Texas law. Based on the information reviewed, neither Dr. Montgomery nor Dr. Antwi have a substantial interest in or are in a position that represents a legal conflict of interest as determined under Texas law. Nevertheless, should either board members, or any board member for that matter, face a situation in which they do have a substantial interest in a matter before the board, that board member will sign an affidavit and abstain from deliberating or voting on said matter in accordance with Texas law. We believe both the district and the hospital community benefit from having experience and wisdom of these doctors on our board, and we are proud to have them serving our community. With that said, that completes our agenda. I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. Very good. Being adjourned.